Well, hello, welcome. We're in for something a little bit special today, but before we do anything else, let me quickly do an audio test today. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Is my audio? Music might be a little loud, but I want to have the music a little bit loud. A little louder than normal. Not that much louder. Okay, I think that's okay because today I have brought you something very special, and my hands are like, they look like ghostly. I look sickly. I wonder if I could fix that. Is there a way for me to fix this? There should be. Oh, not this. This. I look a little more normal now. Okay, good. I'd rather be a little more red than, I don't know. I still look a little weird. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. Anyways, let us talk about the elephant in the room. Well, let's talk about the lizard in the room and show you what I've done. I've bought very cool Godzilla model kit. Now, my history with model kits. I used to do a lot of model kits. There was like during college, during college, let's just say I had a lot of free time, and didn't have unnecessary expenses. So I was able to get really deep into model kits, specifically Gundams, which, you know, of course, are from Bandai. This is another Bandai product that I ended up falling for. Shock and awe. But yeah, during college, I got really invested, got really into model kits. Spent probably 4 to 5 years just straight building to relieve stress. And I got really good at it. And then eventually towards the end, like basically when I graduated, more or less, I don't remember the exact time I stopped, but there was a point where I'm like, okay, I've built everything I wanted to build. I built all the cool shit that I thought I liked. And everything that they're releasing now is kind of like, meh. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this hobby behind. Like I do sometimes, and I forgot what I did. I think I was just more focused on working at that point. So yeah. Fast forward like 5 or 6 years, and here we are. Back again. I found out they released a model kit I liked, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. So I decided to spend my money. This is like what, I paid like $75. I don't know if that's retail. I literally no idea what these are supposed to be selling for. I actually got this over at well, I can talk about it. I went over to Tokyo Jungle in LA, and well, in what's it called? It's called Akihabara now. I believe it used to be Little Tokyo. And yeah, we were there actually for the what was it? The Final Fantasy pop-up store, and I got myself a little music box. Very cool. It's the Nier Automata one. It's as you can see, amusement park. They have 2 for Nier, and one of them is amusement park, and the other one is something dreams, which is I think the classic. And if you give me a minute, we can wind this bad boy up, and you can actually hear what it sounds like. It's really nice. I thought this one would fit the music notes a little better. So silence, and we'll let this play. That is like so quiet. That's very nice. It's like a 5-second loop of I believe the start of the song. There we go. Right, that's enough of you. We'll hide you. You probably, I don't know if you could hear that or not, but it's very sweet. I love it. That's another thing I'm a big fan of. I'm a very big fan of Nier. And when the opportunity came up to go to the pop-up shop in LA, we took the chance. It's closing pretty soon. It's gonna be closing in like 10-ish days. Like in about a week, it's gonna close down. And so if you're in California and you can afford to make the drive or the trip, I would highly recommend going. And, you know, spend some money because, oh God, they want you to spend money there. And then while I was there, I found this. So I'm extremely happy. Happy little clown over here, enjoying my expenses, enjoying my little treats to myself. Today, the goal is, I don't know, it's been years since I built anything. So I'm very rusty. I don't know how long it's going to take me to build something. This could either be less than an hour if all of my skills are still as sharp as they used to be. I can have this whole thing done in less than an hour or less than 2 hours, or the skeleton will take me literally the entire stream, which we're aiming for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, 2 hours to an hour and a half. We'll see. Right now we're just going to do straight cuts, no sanding, no painting, nothing extra, nothing fancy. This is just going to be getting my feet wet again. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to come back to model kits. So as you can see, I've already taken the liberty and open up the boxes. Put this away. There we go. Look at that. That's wicked. Godzilla 2024. And a skeleton. How does bro move without a skeleton? What's really cool about this kit is that you essentially get 2 kits in one. One really bad, just regular Godzilla, and then a wicked skeleton. As you can see, it's telling you how to do. How do I show this off? There you go. It's showing you how to do the stuff. How to weather, how to paint, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're going to be doing that. Totally. At some point, I might do that. That might be one of the streams where I just, after I build everything on camera, I will probably just, you know, do a quick wet brush or dry brush or something like that and try this out. So yeah, trust me, we're going to be seeing this manual a lot. This will just be a little bit either in camera or off camera, depends on how this goes. I've never done model kits on stream. Well, I've never done video recordings of model kits, so I don't really know what the process is. I've seen videos and reviews, which, speaking of which, I saw a review of this, which is how I even knew it existed. And yeah, this didn't seem too difficult from what I saw, and I am excited. I know this guy, the skin Godzilla, is gonna be the easiest bit to build, so I'm not worried about that. We're just gonna focus on the, oh wow, look at that, look at those concepts. Holy moly, that looks sick. Look at that. I love shit like this. This is the stuff I live for. I wish I could read it. Oh no, there is English. Okay, good. I was like, oh man, I wish I could read this. No, it's all English. But yeah, it's got pretty big bits. The Godzilla foreskin is completely hollow, which is appropriate because you can put the bones inside. You can bone up this Godzilla and display it in, like, you know, parts and segments where you have some of the skeleton showing, some of it not showing. Yeah, I think this is where it's talking about that, where you can rebone your Godzilla, sell him with bones. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's see, so how does it actually want you to start this whole process? It probably wants you to start with the actual skeleton. Yeah, good. It knows what's up. All right. Oh boy, I'm stressed. So I got my tools. I'm gonna quickly just show you. I'm not gonna show, well, yeah, this is literally all I'm gonna be using are, you know, big cheap nippers, just like army painting. These are just like regular hobby nippers. You just use this to cut the sprues, and then obviously we have the god hands, where you start cutting a little closer to the actual model to get a flush cut. And normally with this combo, you end up with without needing to sand, because usually the god nippers, the god hands, do a very close cut and little to no stress on the actual kit. So it's gonna be good. You know, fingers crossed, everything's fine, everything's kosher. Let's get at least the bones out, because I don't think we're gonna be building Skin Godzilla today. Today I'm just gonna be focusing on skeleton, Mr. Bones McGee, my bony prince. We might need this one though, because it has like the kit, has a tongue. Don't know if he needs the tongue, but he's got it. And then this is all just bones. Yeah, this is his skin. There's the skin. So we won't worry about that. We will simply build him with bones. We will reconstruct you, Godzilla. Make you better, stronger. Promise. Alright. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is very new, different. I watch videos, but I've never seen a stream of someone doing this. I don't even know like what's the best way of doing this. Like I can definitely have the manual here, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'll have the parts off to the side, I think. I have my glasses on. I got my cutters ready to go. I'll grab this pair. A little messy, but I think they're fine. There we go. All right, and let's begin. So I can already tell right off the bat, we're gonna be building the head, which I'm gonna guess H1. Oh, where's H? This is H1. Okay. Now let's see how rusty I am. Yeah, 15, 13, and 16. Holding it up. Wrong way around. 15, 16, and 13. And then I'm guessing, yeah. So this entire part right here, this whole section right here. So let us attempt to cut without stressing out the parts, which is always probably the hardest part. If you want to know the secret to model kit building, cut the sprue, don't cut the actual part off. You want to cut the sprue off with the part, because then you can, oh fun. That is how I quit building kits, is whenever they go flying. Hopefully my face doesn't pop into the screen. There we go. And then you'll cut you. Yeah, these little parts are not going to come off without a fight. That's fine. Alright. And then, now that we got them off, we can take the time to actually cut them. Though these guys are basically like falling off. Okay, I can already see where some of the issue is coming in. Because I like to cut really close to myself. I need to be willing to cut further away from myself. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that took nothing. It took next to no pressure to cut. And the nice thing with the God Nippers is that you really don't need to, and that is blown out of proportion. There we go, look, see? Seamless, basically seamless. You can't really see what I even cut there. And obviously from a distance of like 5 or 6 feet, which is normally how far these end up getting displayed. They get, well, displayed between like 2 to 5 feet away from you. You never even see this stuff. It looks like, if I had to guess, this little square is part of the actual kit. So we'll leave the square on. Yeah, and what's really nice is that they've made kit building a lot easier now, so like the actual connection pieces are a lot thinner, much softer than they used to be. A lot of times they'll even have them undergated. I've noticed a lot of new kits have undergated sprues, which is awesome. Okay, this is gonna be hard because I want to be like right here. It's gonna be very difficult for me to actually cut away from myself. That is something I did not expect. I have to get used to, is cutting from a distance. So there we go. And then we're okay if not everything gets cut perfectly. I should have a little trash bag or something here. I could use my teacup if I really wanted to, because I mean, I might end up using my little teacup as a little trash reciprocal. That might end up happening very soon. Let's see. This is a fairly thick one, but even then, yeah, it came off. No problems. This one just wants to fall off. There you go, buddy. Join your friends. Okay. There you go. And then there's you. Come on. All right. Let's make sure we separate the actual parts from the trash, because you don't want to accidentally throw away his bottom jaw. That'd be very sad, because then you're gonna be looking for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them in here. Don't mind me. Just putting my plastic into my cup. Not a big deal. And then, so how does this want us to do this? This is the top of the head, and then we're just gonna be squishing this together. Yeah. Man, my hands are not the same. But nonetheless, it all falls together. Man, I feel like I got giant bear claws now. I feel like an ogre trying to put this together again. After being a surgeon for so many years. I don't know if you get the sentiment or not. If you've taken a break from building, you might know what I'm talking about. There we go. There's the top of his head. Hopefully everything is still in frame. And then the bottom, we're just gonna smack the bottom of the jaw on. Just like that. Ta-da! Ah, thanks, buddy. Really could use a hand. There we go. Now, we're moving on to the more complicated part. We're gonna be moving on to the ribcage? The spine? That's what it looks like. G. We're going to G. G, where are you? Your H. You are G. Now, from G, we need 13 and 15. And 12. 13, 15, and 12. So these two pieces. So, I'm not using my God nippers for that part. That's why we got the cheap ones. We got the cheap ones to do the big cuts. There we go. So, you know, when you're cutting the spruce, don't be afraid to give yourself like a big thick tail, because you're going to cut it regardless. So it doesn't matter how big of a piece you cut off. There we go. And then we need, what was the part, 15? Yeah, it was 15. That's this guy right here. Interesting. I wonder if I cut the, because I see like there's little nibs right at the top. I wonder if I cut the nibs off too. Yeah, I do. Okay. I was just looking at the manual. Always reference the manual. It's better not to guess. There we go. Now, I'm gonna work on them. Get these little pieces off. Oh, not this one. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep getting mixed up between my normal nippers and the God hands. It's gonna happen a few times. Be patient with me as I surgically remove all these little bits. There we go. I'm gonna attempt not to destroy my model as I cut like what feels like 10 feet away from me. I know it's not. It's only like maybe a foot at most away from me. Maybe less than a foot if you use the American measurement unit. There we go. Is that all the pieces? All the bits. That looks okay. Let me see if I can get a closer cut of these bits. Could also get a knife to try to clean up the little tips. I've done that in the past. Usually, sometimes you'll use a sand stick or you'll use a knife. Both work great. There we go. We'll put the little skull, a little friend over here. And then shove these over to the side over here for disposal later. Anything else we gotta worry about? This looks fine. Alright. Now, we work on this one. What is this bit? Okay. Very light. You want to basically use like, you don't want to do it like this. You don't want to crank down. You want to just like very lightly finesse it. Finesse your cuts. And I mean, it's hard to tell, especially with these. Maybe with this one right here, this big long one. You can see how it's very wide on this angle, but much thinner looking at it straight. So it's like a wedge. Normally you want to cut the thinner part of the wedge. So you want to cut it like this. Or, well actually, no, I mean, it's more of like a, okay. Disregard what I said. Back in the day, well, not that long ago, probably, they made their connection points much thicker. and it took a lot more effort. So you always wanted to try to cut with the least resistance, which sometimes is like this, or like this. What's really nice about the God hands is that they're so sharp and they can produce so much force that it barely takes any finger pressure to actually cut. Let's see. And unfortunately, I don't have a sanding stick with me, so he will just be raw, but very good raw, very clean raw. Let's see. And then, what am I looking at here? There we go. But you gotta remember, within frame. I now understand the struggle of Gundam YouTubers, of model kit builders on YouTube. How you want to put something right in front of your face to build it, but you don't have the luxury because the camera is not in that close to you. Unless you're okay with people looking at the pupil of your eye. Probably don't want it that close. Let's see. How's this look? This looks appropriate. And I'm gonna guess, let's see. We're gonna go in from which guy are we connecting to? We're connecting to this one. And it's gonna be like this. But we're gonna do it like this. Second part up like here. Oh, I see. I see. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. That's where they connect. Trying to connect it on the wrong side. That's probably going to happen a few times. You're going to get your left and right confused. Just keep referring to the manual. Or read the manual. Because it does actually have English. There is English there. They have considered us people who don't, you know, read Japanese. Or whatever they've chosen to print this in. And then I would assume, let's see, ribcage like this. We're gonna want to just snake it in there like that. You see that? I don't know. There we go. See? And then just like that. Gonna take a little more. There we go. There is our rib cage, all snapped together fairly well as I begin to torture it into place. And that looks so good. There we go, buddy. You got your ribs going. Oh. And then make sure this is pushed in. Make sure the actual, what is this? No, clavicle is somewhere up here. Sternum? I believe this, I don't remember. I don't remember bones. Might be the sternum. And now we gotta do the clavicle. I believe that's what that is. Which is on G. G we just looked at. Yeah, you're G. Now, let us get 14 out of here. Which one looks like a clavicle? That's what you are. This might be another one that's, you know, falls out of the spruces. Nope, it held in. Okay. And then we'll clean them up and slap them in. Oh. Again, I knew I was going to do that at some point. I was wondering why it was taking more force than normal to cut. There we go. Oh boy. That went right under my PC. Where? Oh, he worked his way really far down there. Okay. That's fine. I'll get him later. Let's see. Is that correct? I believe so. And then this is going to connect right here to the chest. If he will be happy enough to go in. Might not be too happy to go in. Let's see. What am I doing wrong? Nope. It's the right key. It's just being a little bit stubborn. There we go. He fell right in. Alright. Next is going to be... looks like his neck joint, which is an F. F looks like all like his spinal cord. So that is going to be 4. So 4 is a slightly longer one right up here. This cut. There we go. Then let us free him. There we go. Then where does this one slide in? Wants to slide in. Whoops. No! Come back. Slide in down here? Like this? There we go. Yeah. Let's go. And then we get 5. 5 is the one right above it. Probably should have guessed. Just cut this little guy out. Nice and close. I have no idea what I'm going to do for a thumbnail for this, by the way. I've been thinking about it since I've been cutting. Thumbnail is probably... I don't know. Well, I think I'm going to use the illustration I've been using of just my dumb face. Just looking blankly at stuff. But I gotta come up with the scenery, or at least some kind of concept of how do I describe what I am doing to the average viewer that may not know what a model kit is, or has a vague idea what a model kit is, but wants to be able to recognize what it is in the first 5 seconds of seeing a thumbnail. Does this have a specific orientation? Yes, it does. It's like that. This is the way I was going to put it in. So it's thinking of a way of drawing a thumbnail or putting a thumbnail together that is recognizable at a glance, gives the entire story of what's happening. It's usually just me sitting there putting something together or playing with cards. There we go. Pretty snug fit. Very few seam lines. I mean, what's nice is that the seam lines really hide well with the joints, like where all the connections are, where the bone connections are. So they look very natural. And then just slap the head on this. Like that. There we go. Buddy, you're almost there. You're a worm. We built our first part of the worm. Let's go. Woo. Awesome. But yeah, thumbnails. So the idea is to draw a thumbnail that you can, quickly recognize, quickly identify what the subject matter is, who's in the subject, what are they talking about, or what are they doing. In my case, I am just building. So I gotta think of a way to convey my self-building model kit. Ideally this one, if I can do it. Let's just open this up. Alright, so now we're on F6. and 7. 6 and 7. F is hanging out right here. 6 and 7. Probably gonna be these guys. Yeah. Nope. All you gotta remember, switch out your nibs. You don't want to dull your god hands in like a week. But make sure to have backup ones. And then you. There we go. And then put those away so you don't completely butcher your new kit. Try not to cut important parts off. You can avoid it. We're not going for the prettiest model. We're just putting this little guy together. And whoop, it just bit the hell out of that one. Alright, mister, I just don't want to hang on anymore. There you go. Get off my kit. Get off my dinosaur. Well, Godzilla's not a dinosaur. He's a... I don't know. He's been a couple of things. Definitely something with nuclear waste. Something to do with radiation. That's always been a given. He's always been related to radiation to some extent. There are times he's just like a sea animal. There are times he's like a lizard. There are times he's a dinosaur. Doesn't really matter. As long as radiation is involved, that's usually Godzilla. I just dumped a bunch of nibs on the floor, didn't I? Very fun. It's gonna be fun to clean up later. There we go. So we try to avoid if we can. Alright. Probably these guys are just gonna be smushed together, if I had to guess, like that. Do I have to think about this in any specific order? Let's see. So this guy, he is like this. You are like that. And you just push these little stubs into the sockets. There we go. We got our next segment of the tail all figured out. And then, what are we doing next? 8. What is this? This is 2-2, F3. So that's this part. So that's you. And then 8 and 3. 8 has already been built out. 3. And then what is this 2-2? What is this 2-2 bit? Well, we're gonna find out. Find out together. Okay. Save me some time. Ah. There we go. Let's see. Then this little guy here. A little bit of a tight fit. There we go. Come on. And then you are nub. See a nub from a mile away. There we go. You're already been cleaned. What's our next part? This part. Go. And this is a fairly thick. This little guy right here is a pretty thick one. we go. And it's a pretty tight fit, but we should be able to get that off with relative ease. Just remember, light pressure. I want this thing chopping up your... Oh man, that's a thick boy. Look at the thickness. Damn, boy. He's thick. There we go. That's a thick nub. Brother, what happened here? What did you do to my my poor dinosaur? My poor Godzilla. Poor lizard. Yeah, he looks fine. Okay, he survived that. Whatever happened there. Alright. Now, it was this guy. Is it you? Oh, I see. Like this. Ah. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Is that correct? Do I have this on the right orientation? Looks like it. Yeah. That just slid right in. Oh. Nani Hodo. I see what happened. Well. I see. Alright. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Boogeyman. Welcome, welcome. I've just managed to not pay attention to the manual, and now I need to find a way to slip this little tail in. Let's see. I don't think I have... I think I can use this little guy as a part separator. Let's see. There we go. No harm, no foul. If I had to guess, it looks like... Yep, that. Dorsal fins all facing down. Let's get this slid in. Let's see. I need to pull this part out completely so I can better see what's going on in there. Because dummy me was not really paying attention and just decided to start building. Let's see, thinking I knew better. How dare I? Bandai has humbled me once again. That looks correct. Okay, now that that's in there. We get... Yep. Alright. This part in. Now, with the actual piece attached, there we go. Now we have to have a tail with a curvature on this bad boy. Godzilla would be very proud if he wasn't a skeleton. Next part, we're gonna do the big chunky boy. Probably same thing, same as last. F1. F1 is hanging out over here. So we're gonna be doing this bad boy. Making them big. Put less stress on the actual connection points. Then we're going to be cutting. Make sure we use the god nippers to just barely squeeze, just to get them off. There we go. Me want for Nurgle Pet. Well, Mr. Boogeyman, we are actually building the Godzilla X Kong New Empire. This is the skeleton set. So this is the Godzilla kit. Let me see if I can show you the box. Show you what the kit looks like. There you go. So it's a Godzilla, the 2014 one, I believe, with his skeleton and his skin suit. So very cool. I know Bandai does like these example models where they do like half of the animal. Like I know they have one of the, what's he called? The mammoth. I know they have a mammoth one where you can build half the mammoth and then you can have the bones showing. Good bone. Sparkfish. Yes. Feel free. Not only that, the nice thing about this kit is that you actually get a whole separate Godzilla without the bones. So you get the skin suit too. So you can actually use the Godzilla head for something else. Let me see. Where's he hanging out? I believe he's on here. So look at that. Get some nice little parts. Extra. You get extra feet, extra claws. You get a cool tongue. Look at that. Little hands. All kinds of fun stuff you can do. So yeah, this would be a sick kit to kit bash with. Definitely see that. All right, I believe this been cut. Nothing extra is hanging out here, and it wants me to like this. Let's see. How do you want to fit in here? Just want to slide. All right. There we go. It slid in. Now, tail. It's gonna slide in over here. Making a big old bony worm. I'm guessing we're gonna be cutting this part out now. There we go. Finished one. There we go. Trash. This guy away. And got this one. You know, the funny thing is, those 5 years I spent building kits during college, I never once touched Warhammer. And a part of me is happy. Financially, my wallet was happy that I never got into Warhammer during college, because Lord knows I would not have been able to afford it. But at this age, I'm definitely a little more interested. I definitely, like, feels like everyone got bit by the Warhammer bug about 2 or 3 years ago, it feels like. Because I started seeing a bunch of videos on the Warhammer lore stuff popping up. Seeing a whole bunch of other VTubers playing the old, what was it, the old 360 game? It looked very fun. I had played it, but I only played like the first hour. Look, worm! Finally! Look at our little man in all his glory. Just doing his best. There we go. Clean up. COVID. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know what? That makes sense. During COVID is probably when everyone got into it. Oh man, 5 years ago. That's right, COVID. No. Oh no, because I started, what time? I was in college at 2016. Oh geez. It's been longer than I remembered. It's been quite much longer than I remembered. So yeah, COVID makes sense why people started then. Stock price right now. Yeah. My goodness. Let's see. Next one is I can use them as like I can use my little man as a pointer now. So next one, we're gonna be working on this part. Looks like we'll be working on his pelvis, if I had to guess. It looks like a pelvis. Right after Chrono. I'm so bad, I can't. I'm very bad at Orcish. I hate to break the news to you. Right after T or Rentant. I assume that's probably when, is that when you started building kits during COVID? This is 9, 8, 10, 11, 10, and okay, it's all right here. Man, they really make it easy for you. They're not spreading out all these kits. 2 weeks no go outside. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The lockdown. Yeah, that was rough. That is when Man, what did I do during COVID? I didn't do much during COVID. I still had to go to school. I still had stuff to do. I still had work to do. Unfortunate. The nice thing is that a lot of my work is remote, so I didn't have to sacrifice much. But yeah, it was just a lot of boredom. I think over in California, our lockdown was like, what? It felt like, technically I think it was 2 weeks, but it felt like 2 years, honestly. Because it felt like even after you got outside, you still couldn't really do anything. There we go. Man, crazy hip bone. There we go. No. Not really. Oh well. Thankfully that's all behind us now. Now we can spend our money irresponsibly and start buying things that we don't need. like a skeleton made out of Godzilla. It took 3 years to get back to normal. Oh man. 3 years. Oof. That's rough, man. It's only a couple of years ago that happened, but it still feels, it's still semi-fresh. It's so strange. It feels so far away, but yet so close. There we go. Capitalism. Yeah. The true pain in the ass. Capitalism. That sums up the whole thing pretty well. Capitalism. But getting that subsidized check was nice. If anything. It was nice being sent a check to sit indoors and do nothing. There we go. But man, one thing I definitely miss is remote working, is working remote. It was nice to not have to leave my house as a shut-in. as a homebody, I definitely enjoyed not having to leave for any unnecessary reasons. There we go. Come on, you got it. Ugh. Perfect. All right, Godzilla, we are gonna give you your wide birthing hips. And clean up our mess. It's covered in plastic. Man. But also, another fun thing to do during COVID was getting into card games. That's another thing that I think probably started around COVID. I got into... It wasn't Pokemon at the time. I think I tried getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! That didn't work out so well. So, I then eventually... No, it was Magic. That's what it was. I had just started playing Magic. Again, similar time to when I started building kits. And... right there. So, I was getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like crazy, out of hand. So I went to Magic, and I'm like, okay, Magic's a little easier for me to handle. It's not so crazy. Big nerd. It's so true. It's okay, Boogeyman. I'm pretty sure I'm in good company here. If I had to guess. There we go. That's where that fits. But yeah, I was gonna get into Yu-Gi-Oh! That ended up costing way more money than I had anticipated. I'm like, all right, maybe Magic's the right way. 15K in orcs, my brother. If nothing else, you are committed. You are definitely committed. How's that look? It's looking about right. It doesn't really want to go in too nicely. Why not? Why not, friend? Why are you so hesitant? Slide. Gator. Yeah, this gator doesn't want to cooperate with me. This part looks correct. Let's see. Sad thing is they're almost mirrored, so we're to hold them like this, this. Yeah, that should be right. Should just slip in. It's a bit of a tight fit. Maybe that's all it is, just a tighter fit. There we go. He just snapped in. I felt it. There we go. Look at that. Seamless. Now, we gotta figure out how these hips work. He wants to go like this. There we go. That. And then this side. Oh yeah, with magic, I got into Commander. And then with Commander, I got into Popper. Popper Commander, specifically. And then I discovered One Piece. And then that's kind of what I've been focused on. More recently, within the past, I think now it's almost 2 years. Year and a half. I got into the One Piece TCG. And that's been very fun. That's been a very fun TCG to get into. Very fun card game. Let's see. G, this guy. Here we go. Alright, buddy. We're so close. So G is going to be 17, 18. And then his foot, it looks like. So 17, 18. Here we go. I want to use those. I keep wanting to use my God Nippers to cut the spruces. Be such a waste. What I like about a lot of these kits nowadays, a lot of these newer Bandai kits, is that they started to undergate a lot of their kits now. So it makes it so much easier to cut these and not have them look like ass. And they seem to make them a lot more cohesive. So all the parts that you need are going to be pretty much next to each other. I remember with some older Gundam kits, they used to have spruces just on completely random places, it felt like sometimes, just because it was cheaper to have the plastic sit somewhere else. But I know with Warhammer, there's a lot of flash you gotta clean up. And I don't know how their manuals are. I've been told that the Warhammer kits are not as forgiving as Bandai ones are. Because they give you a lot more flash to play with, well, a lot more flash to clean up. And then on top of that, their manuals, from what I've heard, are not the most easiest to understand, if they even come with manuals. So I've been told that putting Warhammer kits together has always been a nightmare for some people. They're not as beginner friendly as the Gundams or Bandai's kits. I'm also gonna get cut a foot out in a minute. I'm hoping. What's the company? It was something Toys, the one that makes the Warhammer kits. It doesn't feel like. Hopefully they've updated their practices as far as like production. There we go. You've been lied to for the most part. Really? Interesting. Because I was told that I was told that Warhammer kits were like a lot harder and had a lot more flash to clean up and much more difficult because the manuals weren't so obvious. The instructions are easy. Oh wow, okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. You know, any excuse to get into another hobby. You know, I could always look for another money pit to invest in. There we go. Got the big bone. I don't think, is that a femur? I don't know. Unless you're looking at older kits. Maybe that's what it was. Because I had a buddy who used to build and paint Warhammer kits for a living. And he told me it was, well, he liked the job. He did not think it was worth the effort because Warhammer kits were his least favorite things to put together. He also did Gundams. He also did custom Gundams, which were his preference because they were a lot easier just to put together. Stompa kit is fucking DIY pretty much. Wow, I'll check that out. Yeah, because I know like I've also seen some very old model kit makers make like tanks and stuff like that, and they're nasty looking. So we've come a long way. So it's good to know that Warhammer is out of whatever those dark eras were. What is this? Oh, that is... Okay. Hold on. There we go. Well. Oh no. I know the company that makes them. I don't know I don't remember the name. It's like Four Toys or something. No, not Four Toys. I know it's something Toys. The company that actually makes the kits. I know they're always in like some kind of hot water. Some kits are unorganized. Games Workshop, that's what it was. Games Workshop, that's yeah. That's the one. I'm always seeing videos pop up of like Game Workshop, you know, mess something else up. Like, oh man, another controversy with this company. GW. Okay, that's what GW is. Game Workshop. Okay, good to know. I thought that was more orc talk. I was like, GW, what does that mean, Gawk? There we go. And it's like this. Let's see. How do you want to fit in? There you go. Got a little stompy. Yeah. That I believe, because my friend who used to do the custom kits, or used to put them together for people commissioned, he used to charge like kits were easily 2 to 3K to build and paint for him. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But then like the cost of the kits were already a few, like close to a few $100. Man, but yeah, then that would make sense why you're about 15K in the hole with your orcs. Kits or armies? I assume maybe armies then, because he did have like big chunks of kits he would do. So I'm guessing armies are you'd build multiple of the same one, and kits are like this would be a kit, I believe, and then armies are like, you know, 10 of these, I assume. Let's see, what is this? Looks like that, right? Well, if we're talking about money, I'm easily 20K. Ooh. Oh, brother. 07. I like tools. Oh, okay, I see. So you probably have like the whole, oh, what are they called? The air sprays. You got the air sprays and everything. Like you got the, shit, well, I used to know. Dang it. No? Really? So like, what kind of tools then? Because there's only so many things you need. Because like drills, you can use drills. Metal, like definitely metal wiring. I know for that. Putty, airbrush. That's what it is. Airbrush. You got it. As you can tell, I've never owned an airbrush. I've wanted to, but you know, I never took it that seriously. Or at least I try not to take it that seriously. This goes in like right here. I'm hoping that once I'm done building these kits next stream, I'll be able to do a dry brush and a wet brush with this guy. Replaceable blades. Oh yeah, blades, crazy. That's why I love, I mean, you probably already know, but that's why I love the God hands. These things, I have 2 of them with me. Just because they're so handy. It's so nice to have just really sharp cutters on you. And then of course I have my my cheapo ones that I use just to cut the big pieces out. Next is, we're gonna do the same thing again, but on H, right here. Yeah, I would use X-Acto blades before. I don't have any X-Acto blades on me, so I'm just using my nippers right now. I also don't have sandpaper on me. Unfortunately, that's another thing. I used to use women's nail files back in the day when I wanted to be a little cheaper and not buy the branded tools. I definitely learned very quick that to save money on like accessories like, you know, paints and like files and stuff, you probably want to go with like women's beauty supplies, because they have a lot of really nice dust. Like they got a lot of nice makeup colored dust, and that's really good for just like, you know, a quick dry brush, and then you top coat it, and then it just never it never goes away. It's so nice. Hobby Lobby stuff. Ooh, nice. Man, there used to be a shop I used to go to a long time ago. I love going to like mom hoss shops because they're always willing to stock the stuff you ask them to. They'll order it for you. At least for me, they did. They were nice enough to order certain model kits whenever they would come out for me. And Hobby Lobby, yeah, Hobby Lobby's great. My only my only gripe with Hobby Lobby is that they never have the newest kits out. They always got like the old stuff from like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and none of the cool fancy stuff. But yeah, I've spent a lot of money at Hobby Lobby as well. I just recently got a small art kit with like Copics and stuff, and that cost me a lot of money. Those Copics, it was not fun. Copics are expensive, man. I don't even know if I recommend them anymore. The only thing is Copics I only use just because I've been like, it's been drilled into my head that Copics are the industry standard. So why would you use anything else? Unfortunately, I've never explored other ones. Let's see, what is this? So this is gonna be, and then I streamed myself kit bashing at night a couple of days ago. Oh, nice. I'll check it out later. Actually, let me make sure. Let me throw you a follow then. There you go. I'll check your stuff out. Very sick. Yeah, I'll have to check that out later. Because you don't have to. No, it's fine. I love kit bashing. I used to want to kit bash back in the day with my Gundams. I have always been too scared to take the knife to them. But it's something very fun. And I know orcs are very like pro kit bash, which is why I've been interested in also building orcs, because you can literally just take any kit as a upgrade unit. Let's see. And then doing the same thing. Insta. Okay, good call. I will check out your Instagram then. I got your Twitch, so I'll check your description later and check out the Instagram. My Instagram, well, the one I'm using now doesn't have any of my old model kits on there, but I have a few. Well, I have one really good picture, like one good photo set of a kit I built. I just got the Zaku. That sounds about right. Zaku's they're a dime a dozen. But yeah, if I were to kit bash, like Zaku and R34 would be a great start because they're so cheap. You can buy 3 of them and not feel the pain of it. Some of the kits I wanted to kit bash together. Oh gosh, let's see if I can even remember. The Psycho Gundam was one I wanted to kit bash with some master grade. I forgot which master grade. I think it was the Shogun R34. I wanted to put samurai armor on the Psycho Gundam, and I just never did because I never could bring myself to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna strip this thing. Let's see. I'm Snobby. I like the master. Oh, so you're using the master grades. Oh, brother, I could not. I don't have the strength to take the knife to my master grades. I spent too much money and time on them. It's so scary. There we go. And then this. Right? Like this? Yeah. Hobby Lobby, cheap. Good to know. I probably have to start checking out Hobby Lobby more for actual kits, because I used to check Hobby Lobby for kits, but then they were always outdated. And I'm like, man, I don't want to build like this old ass kit. I want to build the new ones. I want to build these weirdos that they're releasing now. There you go. A little man can stand now. He's got legs. Got little legs. Finally, he can dance. Dance for everyone. One near my house. Oh, nice. I'll have to check mines. I'll have to see what coupons I can dig up for Hobby Lobby, because I'm sure I can find them. I'm pretty sure the app, they probably have an app with all their discounts just ready for the taking. All right, next bit, attach the legs. Just did that. Be working on the shoulder blades, little arms. Let's see. These arms are going to be G1, 3, and 2. Okay, I'm just going to cut all this stuff out then. Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I've built a kit, since I've graduated. So I have not checked my local hobby shop or my local Hobby Lobby for anything up to date. I still occasionally watch a couple of the Gundam YouTubers who still do reviews. That's where I saw this guy. One of the Gundam YouTubers I watch was showing this guy off, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like the coolest thing that they released in years. I have to go out and buy this, and you know, dust off the cutters, and start sharpening the skills again. Because it's been a hot minute. It's definitely been a hot minute. Might as well cut these out too. Give it up. There we go. And that's another spruce. Very nice. That's done. Be a deaf skull. I will try. But yeah, I can definitely see, like, if you're willing to spend about 70 bucks on this Godzilla kit, you have probably some of the coolest build structure to work with for any kind of kit bashing. Man, you just throw this guy into anything, and you got yourself like such a heavy metal look. There we go. Oh, thank you so much, Prof Ramsey TV BT. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you playing? I am currently building. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hopefully you had a good stream. Building as well. Oh, I'm amongst friends. Awesome. This is my first. I was just talking with Boogie over here about my return to kit building. There we go. And man, it has been a very hot minute. What were you building? Hopefully something wicked that I'll check out later. There we go. Snake eyes. Ooh, I've not seen that. I'll have to check it out. Whoop, ah. There we go. There we go. I'll check it out later and see how it went. Right now, I am building the Godzilla X. What was it? It's this guy over here. Get out of here. This bad boy. See if I can show this off. Da-da-da! Yeah, Godzilla X Kong kit. This is the kit where they give you 2 kits in one, where you get to build the skeleton and then the skin, and then you get to put them together and display them however you like. It was cool, right? It's so cool. I 1000% recommend it. It is honestly, it's a really great kit to come back to, because 1, it looks awesome. 2, it's mostly like, it's not superposable, as you can tell. A lot of it is kind of just, you know, locked in place. But as you can see, the detail, you know, more than makes up for it. And honestly, like, the seams are not that bad. Despite the pieces being so big, a lot of the seams are not so obvious, thanks to like the actual look of a skeleton. You know, it does a good job hiding the seam lines. Let's see, where am I? This guy. So we got this. But yeah, highly recommended. So far, this has been very fun. It's been very fun to put together and to mess with. And all the spruces have been really tiny. Like, all the spruces have been very easy to just chop off. It's taken next to no effort. And everything has been very straightforward as far as like where the placements are and all kinds of... Oh no, that does not sound fun. I had a few kits like that back in the day where it was really bad. And what was it? It was the Jinx. I built the Jinx, the Master Grade Jinx, a long time ago. And that was a real nightmare. That was bad. That Jinx just never wanted to go together easily. It was always falling apart on me. But it looks cool. The Jinx was a very cool kit. It just did not like me. It was unfortunate because it was Master Grade, so it cost a bit. Let's see. But yeah, if you want a kit that's, you know, easy to approach and looks awesome, this is a great one to start with. I don't have any sanding sticks, so we're not going to be sanding this bad boy, but I am cutting very carefully and as cleanly as I can to avoid any major marks. Let's see. Alright, now what does this thing actually want me to do? Alright, so I got the arm. Okay. Into these bad boys. I believe it's gonna be this hand. Right? Yeah. I saw this kit on YouTube. One of the Gundam guys on YouTube did a review of this maybe about a month ago or so. And ever since then, I've been on the hunt to see if I can find it in the wild. And thankfully, I went over to Anime Jungle over in LA, and I was able to find the kit in question. Does that look right? Yeah, I think that looks about right. Might be upside down. It might be this one then. Yeah, that looks better. So, since it's my first time, I hopefully everything's in frame and it's all legible to see, like it's all visible. Hopefully it makes sense what I'm doing here. There we go. Yeah, that looks more right. That actually looks like a hand. Little guy. And then this is going... Is it connecting to the clavicle? Kind of. Just outside. Nope. Just like this. Got a couple of bits to connect right here. There we go. There we go. Got one arm put together. Now we can just throw this other one together. Oh, actually, back of his arm, right here. Let's see, is that right? Or is it you? Might be you. There we go. Alright. Gotta remember to put that part on before I put the next arm together. So just gotta slap this in there. Thankfully that was not a major disaster. And let's see. Hand wants to go in like let's see. His hand looks like this. There we go. How's that look? Does that look right? There we go. Yep, that was right. Now we can just slip this back in. Okay. Come on, buddy. Ooh, you know what? You want to go in. Come on. You can slip in. Okay, it is gonna go in like there we go. Took a little persuading, but it all fell in, all according to plan. There we go. Now we just gotta do his dorsal fins, and that's very close to being done, at least with the skeleton part. Go. Very nice. And then let us check. Oh. Alright, buddy. What's your next part? It's gonna be H1, so yeah, we're holding it. 12 and 11. 11 and 12. 11 and 12. There's 12 and 11. And then also 4. Oh, E. E. Where's the E? Here's E. Is it going to be a clear part? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to do E12. E12 is probably going to be somewhere right here. E12. Go. Gotta remember to switch back. And go. Alright, so there's that strange part, and then we need 11 here, this little guy, without using those, using these. You can hang out there as I try to figure this bad boy out. Not with this. There we go. A very tight squeeze. We got this. Enough. And then you can definitely tell these dorsal fins are gonna be the hardest ones, just because they're a bit tighter. All right, and then how's this silly thing work? What is this doing? Let's see. If I had to guess, it's like this. And then just slide it in. Is that it? Is that the magic? Let me see. Surely that can't be the magic. Oh. Come on. Is that going in? Yeah, there it goes. There's the magic. Just slips in. All right, so that's one. I'll have to do 50 more, or at the very least 10. Very likely 10. So we have H1, H2, H1, H2, K, H2, H1. There you are. 4 and 22. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 is hanging out over here. There you are. Gotcha. Little dingus. That's fine. And then 2 is 22. 22 down here. Hang these up. There we go. Got him cleaned up. And now we're just going for this one. There we go. Alright. And then the idea is just to smack these into the side, right? While looking cool. Like this. Right? Right? Let's see. There we go. Doesn't help when your hands are so large. Why can't I have tiny hands? My tiny hands. They have failed me. They've grown too big. There we go. Look at that. That's wicked. Literally just like dorsal fins. That is cool. I can definitely imagine this as like a mohawk. Look at that. I mean, very clownish, but you know, it would work. Here you go. But where do you actually want this bit? Oh, we have to build the rest of them. That makes sense. Okay, so you will just hang out over here as I work on your brothers. So let's work on even smaller ones. H1. The tiniest little guys. 8. So number 8. Right, H1, 8. Here it is. That's so small. No! Oh! That is almost the size of a V fin, honestly. There you go. Then you want to be connected to number 11, E11. This guy right here. Oh. That one flying. That's okay. It's just right here. Ooh. So small. Dang it. Thankfully, these are small enough and thin enough to work their way in. Just get the lightest touch. Let's see. Okay, I see. So this is the nub. There we go. Whew. And then from right here, gotta make sure to stay in frame. There we go, we're in frame now. Now you can see if I accidentally cut the tip of my finger off. Surprisingly, I don't think I've ever done that actually. I've definitely sliced my fingers while trying to build something. I think this is fine. Let's see if I can even find the scar. Where's the scar? Scar's a few years old now, so it's a little hard to see now. Let's see. I think it's right here, just at the tip of my finger, right there. Probably won't be able to see that, but it's very small. Yeah, just getting the like when you're trying to cut like a nib off, you just accidentally right the very tip of your finger. Thankfully, they were able to put it back together, but you know, some people are very unfortunate and they end up losing that bit. Let's see. This is gonna be a similar fit, sort of. Oh. Man, these little parts always freak me out because I have lost joints this small, and it's never easy to find them. You can never find them again. Once they jump off the table, they're gone forever. Let's see. How exactly do you want me to connect? Okay. Okay. There you go. You might not be able to see that, but it is slowly sliding in. There we go. That is what it's meant to look like. Very difficult to see. I know. Just a white blob, but it's there. And it is working. H1, and then H2, 19. H2, 19. Man, I remember, I've done one high grade. I forget. It's the red one. It's that red Gundam. Or no, real grade. Not high grade. Real grade is what I'm talking about. I done one real grade, and it was the... what was his name? It's like the high gloss red one. That one had a lot of tiny parts, man. I don't know how I survived that. That was a mission and a half. I remember that one taking me more than a couple of days. That was a few days of work. Just trying to get that guy finished. But that was the first and last time I touched real grade. Because after that, I was like, no. Never again. I'm never playing with parts this small again. It's either going to be high grade or master grade. Or no grades are really fun. I love no grades. No grades were really fun to do because they were very similar to this, where they're just like big dumb parts that, you know, go together very easily and are very easy to manage. I was talking about with Boogie just a minute ago about how I did the Psycho Gundam as one of my no grades, and that was a fun kit. That feels like a toy. The Psycho Gundam feels like a toy. It was fun. It was fun to put together. One of the funnest kits to throw together. And it actually uses like metal screws and stuff like that. The Psycho Gundam. I think they recently did like a pseudo re-release of the Psycho Gundam, but under a different name. Destroyer? I think they called it Destroyer. It's essentially a Psycho Gundam, but with, I think, just a different color scheme. I'd have to double check. There we go. And then That is gonna be, let's see. Does that look right? Yeah. Let's see. There we go. There's our next dorsal fin. So slightly smaller one. That one goes towards the head, closer to the base of the neck. That one's on the base of the neck. Try to clean up so I don't get like confused with candy and accidentally eat one of these. There we go. That. All right. That, then this. H1, this guy. We have 10 and 13. Well, E13. So 10 hanging out here. My little man is already falling off the spruce. Ready to go. And then we're gonna need 13, which is gonna be this one right here. Go. All right. Next one. At least this is like a big chunky piece to hang on to. So what's the orientation? Orientation is like this. Yeah, I got it. And then it wants to face this way. So it's just gonna simply slide in like that. Easy. Easy. Right? Right? Yeah. Let's go. Did not disappoint. Then we need 5, 1. So 5 is gonna be this little guy here. I'm not gonna use those. There we go. And then it's 5 and 21. 21 is hanging out right here. You're 21. Alright. Hopefully I remember which number's which. I think this is 5. It should be fairly easy. They only go in one direction. So as long as it doesn't look weird, it should be fine. There we go. This one's ready to fall off. There we go. Oh, that's a nasty nub. Hopefully that gets hidden. See if I can clean that bad boy up. I might not be able to. There we go. Cleaned up real nice. Not bad at all. Alright. If I had to guess, what is your actual orientation? This facing upwards. So that means We want the meat of this facing back. Let's see. That's this guy right here. Yeah, I'd say that looks about right. All right. So speaking of model kits outside of Gundams, my brother just recently also did a Berserk Gundam, or no, not Berserk Gundam. He recently did Guts. Guts got a model kit recently of his like full Berserk suit, like where like his, you know, wolf helmet, stuff like that. It looks super cool. Honestly, it looks about as good as the Figmas do, which I was shocked by. I was not expecting a model kit to look comparable to a Figma, let alone be more posable even. Thankfully, because I believe the model kit comes with 2 different pairs of legs. Let me get some water. It's starting to dry up. But yeah, the Berserk kit came with I believe 2 separate leg models. One where he's standing and one where he's like really crouched down, where he's like hunched over crouched. And I think that really helps it. Really helps it a lot. Because then you can get that really good like crouching position that, you know, one of his iconic poses. And then this guy, the big boy. Unfortunately, some of the joint connections, from what my brother told me, were really bad. So he ended up having to thicken the joints of some of his kit. So thankfully, you know, no major hazards, nothing broke. But he did end up, you know, having to thicken the joints a little. And then E26. 26 is all the way down here. Yeah, 26. Yeah, that says 26. Fortunately, this one's gonna have to be cut off camera. Actually, no. You can just flip it around like this and then cut it. Okay, that worked out. Whew. Good thing I put my hand there. Otherwise, that guy would have been flying. Let's see. Did you survive? Yeah. You kind of exploded, but you did good. You did not completely demolish yourself. You were still a usable piece. Okay, good. Got a little worried there. And get that cut. And then how do you want to be connected? Slide this in. There we go. Alright, and then we need 6 and 20. 6 is this guy right here. Go. And then 20, I'm guessing is this guy right here. Gotta save him. Get him out. And then go. But we're getting close to that 2-hour mark. Oh my goodness. Another chunky boy. Maybe. A little deceiving. See if I can actually get this cut cleanly. Yeah. Looks like our best attack angle is gonna be right here. Maybe. This doesn't look good. There we go. Maybe from this angle. Try to coax it off. Yeah, I would say that worked out. Okay, yeah, that worked out. Let's try to do the same thing here. For some reason, this one's not as thick as the last one, so interesting. Still a little bit thick. There we go. Came off pretty easy though. These little ones are just slide off essentially. It's so nice. And the plastic is nice and soft. Don't have to think about the cut too hard. And then attach these bad boys. And hope that we actually attach them the correct way around. Let's find out. That is this guy. Yep, they're on the right way. Thank goodness. Get a much tighter fit there. There we go. Get that pushed in. Man, we're getting so close. Little dorsal fins have been slowly but surely accruing over here in this little corner. As you can see, very nice. Don't worry, Godzilla. You will be dorsal finned soon. Your wings will no longer be clipped after this. Looks like we can actually start attaching them, because the next two are going onto his lower, on his butt. So yeah, let's start getting them put on. Let's see if I can even assess this. How do I assess this? How do you attach? Your attachment point is somewhere in here. Oh, I think I see it. So let's see. Let's see if the camera can see. So you see where, like, right here, where the two vertebrae are fused, that's actually where this little guy is going to slide in. So let's see. Let's put that to the test and see. I'm correct. Could also be a fool and be lying. Both are very possible and very likely. Let me see. Attach carefully, being careful not to apply too much force. That's the only instructions you get. Good luck. They basically tell you good luck. You got this. Don't worry, I'm a pro. Maybe they just kind of sit there. Do they just sit there? I don't know how convinced I am. Let's see. Let's try the next one. Something a little bigger. A little more meaty. Well, as meaty as it can get. After all, he's all bones. Yo-ho-ho-ho. So, do they just slip in like here? Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm the liar. Where do they slip in? I guess that's just maybe how they sit. They just sit a little bit proud. I'll just say they sit a little bit proud. Yeah, maybe that looks about right. There we go. That one felt a much better connection. Try not to apply too much pressure. Gentle but forceful. There we go. So he's almost there. We're working on it. Little man's got his wings. Now we gotta give him his butt flaps. clean up first. There we go. Okay, so yeah, and then after that it's a stand, and then probably next stream we can actually work on his skin. I have a feeling his skin is going to be a lot faster. Yeah, because it's only just a handful of parts. So I think when we start the next stream, we're going to do the Godzilla foreskin, putting that together, and then we're probably going to try to do a little bit of dry brush, a little wet brushing, try to get some color on these bones and skin. Let's see, so next one is going to be H1. And then number 9. So close. So close I can taste it. Delicious. And then this is going to be 25. 25 is this one down here. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Just got it from right here. There we go. Yep, still here. Still standing. So, let's see. And let this little man free. And if I'm gonna guess, probably just gonna be sliding in. I think it's gonna be sliding in like this. But the meat of it is facing the back. Just like that. Alright. Then we get H1 and H2. H1 is 3. Oh, that's fine. And this one is going to be 18, I bet. No, 17, I was wrong. 3 and 17. Okay, this one. Where'd it go? It went flying. Spruce really went for it. All right. I'll clean that up in a minute. I can probably get a better cut from that one. And then last one. Right there. Let me see if I can clean this little bit here. You can barely see it. Like the slightest raised edge right there. See if I can trim that back a little bit. Get a little nicer edge right there. No. Taking a little bit more finessing than I'm used to. I might just have to stay like that for now. Yeah, I'll be fine. Let's get this one cleaned up. See if I can get a better initial cut. A little messy there. Oh no! I think we're getting close to that time. My cuts are getting sloppy. This is when you start bringing out the sanding sticks. I see. Yeah, with this one you can probably see them a lot more pronounced. They should be about right here. See one right there and one tiny little one right over there. Let's see. Can I save this? Can I redeem myself? Concave nubs, or yeah, concave ones. Ones where you're cutting inwards, and it's not proud. Where the nub is not proud. That gets a little bit more dicey. Let's see. What do I have here? Oh, there we go. There we go. I got one of them at least. Oh, that's a lot smoother. Alright. Now, when attaching this, it will be just like that. Alright. With the most of it facing the back. We'll connect from here, and then we will connect from here. There we go. How does that look? This one is this piece. Yeah, that looks right. And then one more before this little man's done, and then we can leave the rest for next time, which will probably be either today's not Friday, today's Wednesday, so the rest of it will probably be done on Friday potentially. If not Friday, maybe next Wednesday we'll be able to wrap this little man up. So it's you, H1. H17. H17 is right here. Little friend. Prepare to join me in the Great Plastic Wars. And then he's going to be connected to 24. 24 is right here. Is that 24? 24? Yeah, this is 24. Sometimes it takes a minute. There we go. And then clean this up. I just remember what the name of the kit was. It was Sazabi. Sazabi was the real grade I did. It took me this long. If you put a little timer there, I'm sure it would be a speed run in remembering things. But I built I believe it was the Sazabi, real grade Sazabi. There we go. That was a nightmare. That was tough. That was a hard one. That's probably one of my harder ones. Be able to cut it from right here. Feels pretty thick. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Easy, just like butter. What a strange shape. Let's see. Let's see. Can I actually focus on this? There we go. It's like some kind of clear interframe. I've never done a clear interframe one though. I wanted to. I wanted to build a Gundam clear frame. Unfortunately, the ones I wanted to build were very limited. Were limited print. I think they were P-Bandai stuff. Is this guy. So I never had a chance of getting my hands on one. P-Bandai kits are always a little bit more notorious, a little harder to get your hands on. I believe I got... No, that wasn't a P-Bandai. What was it? Did I ever get a P-Bandai kit? I might have. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think maybe it was a metal frame is what I'm thinking of. The metal frame might have been like the only like significant, because I think you can get like Gundam metal frames as premium Bandai stuff, and that's probably what I picked up. Sounding a little, I think it was the Barbatos at the time. So H1, it's H2, H1. Oh, it's literally, it's probably the last piece right there. Yep. This little man, come with me. There we go. Then, as you can tell, even though this one, H2 is almost done. We actually have the parts for our second head, which will be relevant in the next stream when we actually build the Godzilla skin. So we'll look forward to doing that. Probably next time, because this was surprisingly very successful. It was really fun. It was fun to get to chat to enthusiasts of the hobby, people of the trade. I very much enjoyed it. So I will definitely come back to this sooner than later, if anything, because it has been a hot minute since I've built a kit. Also, another reason why I haven't built kits is because where I'm currently living, I don't have space to display all my old kits. So unfortunately, all my old kits kind of have to live in storage until I'm able to bring them back out, which who knows when that's going to happen. It's already been a couple of years, so I don't suspect it's going to happen anytime soon. They might just end up living in their plastic prisons, which is very upsetting, slightly upsetting. Put a lot of time and effort, and you don't really know what to do with them once you have to store them away. Little guys just have to sit in a dark closet for years, hoping for one day they can come back out. But for now, this guy has a home. I know where I'm going to put this guy. He's going to be on my desk somewhere, taking up space, taking up precious real estate. Let's see, any nubs? Oh, I see a nub. One more nub. All right. There we go. All right. How do you want to be displayed? You want your fins? How do you want your fins? A little hard to read. Like this. I think that looks right. And then the other side. Whoops. I'll put you back in. Don't worry. It's only but a scratch. There we go. His last fin, come on. You can do it. There we go. Got him in. This little bit just wants to keep falling out. Not the most secure in there. This little guy might need a little bit of persuading with super glue, but overall, I believe he'll hold, for now at least, until he doesn't. But that'll be tomorrow's problem. See if we can get his final bits of tail in there. He actually wants to be connected up here. So his connection somewhere up here. Yeah, I think I see it. Let's see. Is that right? Is that where you want to be? I believe so. Let's see if there's a way I can show this to the camera. Come on. Come on. Her. Why don't you want to slide in? Ooh. Come on. You want to fit so bad. Yeah, this is right. Maybe we'll have to take the hot air to him. Or did I put this in wrong? I did. I put this in the wrong way. No! It was bound to happen. Dang it. My hubris. No, wait, that was put in correctly. It is supposed to face this way. Why did it look weird then? These guys are wrong. My little side bits are wrong. That explains a little more. Is that correct? I don't know. That doesn't look right to me. Right? Is it? Maybe it was right. It just looked weird. I think it just looks weird. Is it really like that? Let me look at him. Yeah, that's right. Okay. But it slides in the wrong way. I don't understand. I put it together. I'm just gonna put it the way I think it's supposed to be put. That definitely does not look right. I'm just gonna make the fix. I'm gonna make the executive decision and say that this is how it's meant to be put together. The manual doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, fine. Okay, that looks a lot better now. There you go, that's a whole lot better. At least it's looking a little more correct now. Yeah, I would say that's looking a lot more correct. Now, where did that other fin go? Here he is. Are you correct? You look correct. Let's find out. Yeah, that fit in just like a glove. Let's flip and go. There we go. There's a little bit of articulation there. Awesome. Look at that. Start adjusting your dorsal fins for optimal flight. Prepare for takeoff. There we go. These little dorsal fins were probably the toughest part about this kit, but overall, this part of the kit is basically done, I think. Let's get the little, I think his little stand, his little, not built-in stand, but his little stand that he came with. I believe that is on this page. Yeah, it's just that. You just plug that to his butt. And that should be 14. It's this guy. If I had to guess, that's probably him. Then this is where you really start to test your metal when it comes to cutting. You have to cut clear bits. Normally you want to do it in one clean swoop. Yeah, because then you get that. Oh no. Oh, that looks horrible. Oh, rip. All the other ones were doing so good too. Oh well. If I can get this cleaned up, and then we'll slap it on his ass and call it a day. Yeah, this is the only part that fumbled. This little guy right here. Oh well, that's fine. How does this even sit? Okay, good. That's just the... It's gonna be right here. Just gonna slide in between these two joints. Okay. As you can tell, it's just kind of like, he's just gonna sit on it. He's gonna sit and spin on that bad boy. And that is basically our little man all done and dusted. He has officially been created. He is alive. His name is Fred. Say hi, Fred. Hello. Fred was surprisingly very cooperative when giving birth to him, so we're very happy about that. Thankfully, he did not give us any problems, so thank you, Fred. You're welcome. There we go. Let me see. Show him in all his glory. Way to go, Fred. You are a 10 out of 10 skeleton baby, and you will enjoy living on my desk for now until we get your skin put together. Which, as you can tell, is going to be our next time. We're going to be putting his skin together next time. We'll be wrapping up here, because that was a lot of fun. This was a great comeback to kit building, and I'm very happy I picked up this kit. I'm glad I picked up a kit that is not that isn't seen, that isn't mainstream. Well, like a hipster builder here, but I'm glad I got a kit that isn't like, you know, the standard that you would see someone come to. I decided just to get like, you know, something really cool while also being fairly beginner friendly, thankfully. And if you don't believe me, next time, this is how big the pieces of the next one is. So as you can tell, we got very big pieces next time. So next time we're going to be doing some shading. We're going to be doing some discoloration. We're going to be putting some yellow on these bones, getting these bones to look a little more realistic, like they just fell off the meat. And yeah, all right, I think we are ready to wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Let me see, do we have any friends that we can raid into tonight? Let's see. Do got a buddy. Let me see. Thankfully, he's still hanging around, streaming. He's British, so don't worry. He won't bite. Let's see if I remember how to do all this stuff. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. As always, this was a very pleasant surprise. We got our little man here. Very happy to see. Thank you, Fred, for coming with us today. You were a delight, as always. And yeah, let's go ahead and send everyone off. Let's see. Okay, good. It muted. Looks like he's on a break. Or he's starting soon. He just started. Nice. Great time to jump in. If we jump in early enough, it'll be great. Let's see. Let's do /raid. There you go. There's our buddy right there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. It was a blast. I hope you have a great time over at our friend Grim, British buddy. Well, British buddy, fellow VTuber. He likes playing a lot of PS2 classics. Right now, I believe he's streaming with a friend. So, if you enjoy Crash Bandicoot, we're gonna be having a good time over there, hanging out. So, I'm gonna go ahead and lock things up. I will go ahead and leave a couple of muffins out. Make sure to, you know, while you're out there, build some fancy kits. Let me know what you got. And yeah, until next time. Goodbye, 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 bye, 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 bye.